Welcome back to Nintendo Academy. I am Mike Perez, and have you heard that saying, take this as a grain of salt? Well, with this information that I'm about to give you with the Zelda Direct, well, you can just take the entire bottle of salt or container or can. Before we get into this awesome news, if we are just meeting, I am Mike Perez, and here at Nintendo Academy, we talk about everything Nintendo. You can see around me, it's all Nintendo. So if you love Nintendo, consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss another Nintendo Academy video. I have some new merch coming out pretty soon, as well as some exclusive limited merch for the 1UP Foundation, so you do not want to miss that. Alright friends, here is a video that you've been waiting for. I want to start by saying, yes, there will be a Nintendo Direct that is completely dedicated to the Zelda 35th anniversary. We are celebrating the 35th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. Now yes, we all know it's already been delayed because of course world conditions. The 35th anniversary of Mario was also a little bit delayed, so that's why we are still in it. And I'm pretty sure that Nintendo wanted to celebrate Mario Day within the 35th anniversary of Mario and Friends. But yeah, the Zelda anniversary is about to begin, and it is going to be a big one. So Nintendo is planning a mega release when it comes to merchandise. Let's get the obvious out of the way. We know that Nintendo, of course, is going to give us special edition, limited edition t-shirts for The Legend of Zelda. We're going to get keychains, mugs, and all of the things that they have on the store. Not only that, but if you have ever visited My Nintendo, you'll notice that in My Rewards you have the silver coins and you have the gold coins. With the silver coin, you'll be able to exchange them for the Legend of Zelda 35th Anniversary limited edition coins, posters, and keychains that you don't want to miss. There's also a set of glass, like drinking glasses, dedicated to the Legend of Zelda when it comes to your rewards. So if you don't have a reward account, go to Nintendo.com, sign up. Even if you don't have a Nintendo Switch, you can go to Nintendo.com, create an account, have your little character, and also gain silver coins to be able to exchange for these rewards. And now these are real rewards, not digital. Moving on to Nintendo Online. Yes, there will be a Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary game on Nintendo Online, which will be there for a limited time, just like the Super Mario 35 game was. Now this game will be in the form of the first Legend of Zelda game, in which you had to go into dungeons and get some compasses and keys in order to defeat that boss for that certain dungeon. It is rumored that it will be a timed game in which you have a certain amount of time to complete each dungeon, and of course the further you go, the higher your score in the leaderboards. So that's the route that Nintendo is going for The Legend of Zelda when it comes to online gaming. And it makes perfect sense because if you've seen The Legend of Zelda, the first game, it was a very dungeon-based game in which you went to different dungeons and you had to unlock different areas and solve certain puzzles, get certain keys and compasses in order to make it to the boss and defeat that boss to obtain a little piece of the Triforce. It makes perfect sense that Nintendo goes this route with Nintendo Online, since it's where everything began with The Legend of Zelda. Breath of the Wild is also a big topic when it comes to The Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary. Now, Breath of the Wild will not be released at the 35th anniversary, but it will be announced next to the Nintendo Switch Pro itself. Nintendo wants to put those two together, just like they released the Nintendo Switch with Breath of the Wild. Of course, they ported it over from the Nintendo Wii U, but they released it together with the Nintendo Switch. And then with the Nintendo Switch Lite, they released Link's Awakening. Now with the Nintendo Switch Pro, or whatever they may call it, they're going to release Breath of the Wild next to the Nintendo Switch Pro, since it's going to be a great game to show off the new resolutions for that console at the time. But we will see more trailers and get to know a little bit more about Breath of the Wild during the 35th anniversary of Zelda. Now, some games that you can expect to come to the Nintendo Switch from this 35th anniversary. Now, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was already confirmed and announced in the previous Nintendo Direct, but there are also other games coming to the Nintendo Switch in this Direct, and this announcement will be a big one, trust me. They will be remastering and bringing over Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker. These two games are currently being worked out right now and are almost ready for the Nintendo Direct later this year. Plus, there is another remake in the works. Just like they remade the Link's Awakening game, there's another game they're keeping quiet about that it's coming soon and will be announced in this Nintendo Direct. Now, which game would you like to see remade just like Link's Awakening? Write that down below in the comments. Another set of games from the Legend of Zelda series that is expected to show up at this Nintendo Direct: The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons, and Oracle of Ages. This series will be sold into 2 games just like they did with Pokemon Sword and Shield, and will be announced at the Nintendo Direct later this year. Now, along with all these amazing games that are being brought to the 35th anniversary of Zelda, we are also getting a brand new themed Nintendo Switch, of course, with the Legend of Zelda theme. Now, in this video, I'm only talking about the titles coming, and in the next video, I will go more into detail of what to expect in this Nintendo Direct. Now, this Nintendo Direct will be expected to be in the summer, in the month of June or July, in which we will see the 35th anniversary of Zelda begin. Now, the 35th anniversary celebration of The Legend of Zelda is expected to begin this summer and end around March next year. Now, if you want to know more about The Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary Nintendo Direct, make sure to subscribe and click that bell for notifications, because I'm bringing you a lot more and a lot more details in future videos. If you are excited just as I am, make sure to hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching, and I am Mike Perez with Nintendo Academy.